Toronto has just got a new music hall, or opera hall, called Roy Thompson Hall, which is a monster. And I went there some time ago for a concert, and after about 5 minutes I decided, well, the only person I really want to see here is Bessie Smith. And so this is called Bessie Smith at Roy Thompson Hall. At first she refused to sing. She had applied in heaven for her one concert that she was allowed each sabbatical to take place in Havana. Palms, pink walls, oh Cuba, she would hum to herself up there, dazzling within the clouds. But here she was, having the choice of 9 honest-head restaurants, and then hurried to Roy Thompson Hall, which certainly should not have been called that. A long brown dress with fringes, Fred Longshore at the piano. She opened the first set with Kitchen Man. 5 people left. Al Neal had flown in from Vancouver on a tip. For the next 10 minutes, when people realized it really was Bessie Smith, the hall was filled with shouted requests. Any woman's blues, down in the dumps, until she said, I want to sing what I never was allowed to because I died. And she brought the rest of the 20th century under her wing. She wore wings. They raised themselves with her flesh each time she lifted an arm to coax a phrase. The wings would float up and would fall slow like a hand held out of a car coming down against the wind, the feathers black as a Steinway. You should have been there. During the intermission, the stunned audience just sat in their seats. She's looking good, was one of the common remarks. When she returned, she brought out the band. They were glad to arrive on Earth, but they too had hoped for Havana. Abraham Wheat on soprano sax was there. Joe Smith on cornet was there. By midnight, her voice was even better. She talked more between the songs. At 2 a.m., the band elevated. She used no microphone. Above us, banners waved and danced like a multitude. She took on and caressed the songs of Jerome Kern. She asked what happened to her friend Charlie Green, and then, to her surprise, to apologize for Toronto, Charlie Green was allowed to join her. He had been found frozen in a Harlem tenement, but now stepped forward shyly with his trombone, and now he and Joe Smith and Bessie Smith were alone on stage, the audience quiet and the banners still and the air conditioning holding its breath. They wheeled away the Steinway. They brought out an old piano with what looked like bullet holes. Al Neal was asked to join them. She sang, It Won't Be You. The encore contained 2 songs, the Bye Bye Blues and Weeping Willow Blues. We stood like sudden wheat, but she could not hear us. She could not see us. Then she died again.